when you are in a situation that may be outside of your comfort zone, something you've never experienced before, it may be hard for you to see yourself doing this because your identity has not experienced it yet. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bendy, and here on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, body, and spirit. Today I'm going to tell you exactly why your manifestation is not coming and how to fix it. A very common problem that I see in the law of attraction community is that a lot of people want things and a lot of people expect to get things in a way that supports who they think they are and their identity. So they have a desire in mind, but the only way they're willing to receive that desire is if it's in a way that helps them reaffirm who they think they are. So this might sound confusing, but this is really just a silly, complicated way of saying that it is your ego that can stop you from manifesting things. A person's ego is simply how they identify themselves. A good use of your ego would be identifying your strengths, understanding how you can contribute good to the world. Even in situations where you have to defend your character and talk about your personality and the good things about yourself, those are all good ways to use your ego. Where the ego begins to get tricky is when you begin to make choices based off of your ego. Having an understanding of who you are is not only a good thing, it is a great thing, because if you know who you are, no one can tell you who you are. But if you constantly make choices trying to cling on to your identity, you can't monitor when you're growing or when you are in a situation that may be outside of your comfort zone, something you've never experienced before. It may be hard for you to see yourself doing this because your identity has not experienced it yet. Making choices from a place of ego is so dangerous because you can truly limit your life experience. One example of making a choice from a place of ego, we've all heard it, is our parents. If your parent has ever said, "You have to listen to me because I am the parent and everything I say goes." Of course this is true. Like, they have to discipline us. We have to understand how the world works. Totally. But on the other side, to truly believe that you are always right, and to truly believe that your child can't teach you anything and your child can't have a point, and that your child isn't trying to express something to you that you may not have heard before, to truly believe that you are all-knowing simply because you're a parent, is making a choice off of your ego because you identify as a parent. It's such confusing stuff, I know, but I'll continue talking about it. When you get caught up in your identity, you miss out on countless opportunities to pursue the life you want and to align yourself with the you that you want to be. If you want to find the love of your life, be in the perfect relationship, but you don't date outside of your race, if you identify as a specific race and you say, "I'm not going to date somebody of another race because that they're a different race than me," that's you making a choice based off of your identity, what you identify as. Again, dangerous. The perfect person could be out there for you, and who knows what skin color they might be or what ethnicity they might be. Another example could be if you are entering the workforce, and let's say that you had a 4.0 GPA your whole college career, and you graduated valedictorian, you're super smart, everything's great, and you want a specific job. Let's say your field's really competitive, so the only jobs that are available are entry level. But because you identify as valedictorian, because you identify as the big cheese, entry level is beneath you. right? Because you identify as this person who's smarter than everyone. So you don't want to take an entry level position when that position could eventually lead to you having the job of your dreams. Use your ego to create a rock solid sense of self. All that energy that we can use to say, I'm this, so I only want this, I'm this, so things should only be this way. Take all that energy, take all of it, and bring it back into yourself and learn how to create a rock solid sense of self. Put all that energy into having confidence in that rock solid sense of self. So if someone came up to you and they said, are you this, this, and this? You could say, no, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. These are my dreams. These are my passions. Focus all that energy on refining the positive parts of yourself. The ego is a balancing act. It loves us very much, but it does not want to die. It never wants to change. It always wants to stay the same. If it changes, it's scared that it's going to have a death of self. If we change as people, our ego is afraid that we won't need it anymore. Avoid using the ego to make choices, because oftentimes the choices that our ego wants us to make are choices that cause us to self-sabotage, because our ego does not want us to change. It wants us to stay exactly the way that we are. So you might say, hey Dominique, okay, all of this is great. All of this makes sense, but how do I know what's my ego and how do I know what's my higher self, my true self? How do I tell the difference? The only way to tell the difference between your ego and your egotistical thoughts and the thoughts of your identity and your higher self, the you that is connected to source, the you that is your true being, is by meditating. We are conditioned to not be able to tell the difference. We are conditioned to truly believe that we should identify with our outer selves, our skin color, our weight, our gender, all of these things. We are taught to identify with just that and to let our souls gather cobwebs and never visit it and never nurture our souls. So the only way to really learn how to strengthen the voice of your higher self is by meditating, is by turning down the noise and giving yourself an opportunity to hear. Strengthening your higher mind is the number one way. The number one way to manifest anything you want. To have things fall from the sky into your lap with little to no effort. Raise your vibration. Raising your vibration means getting in touch with your soul, aligning with your soul, with your higher self, who the you that you're supposed to be. There's a fly in here. The you that you are supposed to be, and not letting your ego get in the way of all the things that are meant for you. Not letting your ego convince you that you're too good, or on the flip side, not letting your ego convince you that you're not good enough. The ego needs to sit down sometimes. It needs to be quiet. So the only way to learn how to quiet your ego is through meditation. All right, you guys, that's all I have for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it because I really enjoyed making it. I think it was a pretty cool topic to talk about. If you would like me to expand on anything that I've talked about, just ask me down in the comments below and I will be happy to. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up so people know that it's cool and that they should check it out and that there is value that they can get from the video. And last but not least, please make sure that you are subscribed so you can be around for my next video so I can say hi to you. Okay? I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.